North Korea has such strict laws and restrictions that after hearing about them, you would not only dislike living there but you also wouldn't want to visit it. The government controls every aspect of its citizens' lives so they can't wear what they want, read freely, or watch anything on their mobiles. This country has such strange laws that people are shot for small mistakes. According to a report, when a family was watching a foreign movie, their father was shot on the spot for this mistake and the entire family was sent to jail. This is why the world includes this country among the scary states. Let's learn about some laws and restrictions in North Korea that will surprise you to hear. You might know that from 1910 to 1945, Japan controlled all the areas of Korea which we now know as North and South Korea. Japan's purpose in occupying Korea was only to take control of its resources and increase its power in Asia. When the World War II started in 1939, the Soviet Union, Britain, and the US started fighting against Japan. Among their many reasons for war, one was also to free Korea from Japan's control. In 1945, when the war ended, Japan surrendered to Allied powers and ended its control over Korea. Japan ended its control over Korea, but after that the country came under the influence of two superpowers, the United States and Soviet Union. These two superpowers divided Korea into two parts. South Korea came under the America's control while North Korea fell under the Soviet Union's, which is our focus today. After the division, when the Soviet Union took control of North Korea, they made Kim Il-sung the leader so that he could run the North Korea under their control according to their orders. To strengthen their rule, they enforced such laws and restrictions that not only their opponents but also the public could not even think about raising their voices against them. Kim Il-sung put all his opposition in prisons and shot those who spoke against him so that others, after seeing them, would not dare to speak against the government. According to some reports, he even had his own party members shoot and killed as others would be affected by fear and no one would even think of speaking against them. Kim Il-sung enforced such laws and restrictions which are still considered a torment for the people there today. Some aspects of these restrictions we are going to share with you, but before that you should understand that Kim Il-sung imposed all these restrictions so that by weakening the public, the government could be strengthened and his family could continue ruling the North Korea forever. And because of these strict laws and restrictions, even after 75 years, no one has dared to speak against the government. You all know that you can watch whatever you want on your mobile and there is no restriction from the government. But the people of North Korea can only watch on their mobile what their government wants. North Korea's newspapers and social media have only content filled with praise for the ruling family. The government only shows things that appreciate their work and explain how it is beneficial for the public. But they never show how this could harm the people. Foreign websites, channels and applications are completely banned there, but if anyone somehow gains the access to them, they are given a strict punishment. According to a report, when a family was watching a foreign movie, they were all sent to jail because of this mistake and their father was shot in front of everyone. You must be wondering how government finds out what someone is watching on their mobile. The answer is that every mobile phone in North Korea has a system installed that takes screenshots at any time without the user's permission and send them directly to the government. This is the way the government finds out what people were watching on their mobile. Social media and newspapers are controlled so strictly so that no North Korean comes to know how freely people live in other countries. Because if they find out, they might start questioning the government despite the restrictions, and the government does not want this at all. Even in North Korean schools, students are only taught to praise the government and they are told that the freedom they have in North Korea does not exist in any other country in the world. In this country, students can only study and learn what their government allows them to. After completing the education in other countries, students can do any job they want. But in North Korea, even this is decided by the government. And they also decide what job someone should do after finishing their studies. A report stated that a student who was very good in studies was forced into labor work. In North Korea, there are some tough restrictions that people cannot travel from one place to another within their own country unless the government allows them. And they also have to explain the purpose of their travel. The government not only controls its own people but also keeps a strict watch on visitors. And if someone unknowingly makes a small mistake, they are given severe punishment. That's why the United States, Canada and other countries advise against traveling there. In 2015, an American citizen Otto Warmbier went to North Korea for a visit. He unknowingly took down a picture from the hotel, and because of this small mistake, he was sentenced to 15 years and kept in such condition that he went into a coma. According to a law in North Korea, if a person speaks against the government, not only that person but also their son and grandson will be punished. The government believes that if a person makes a mistake, their entire family's bloodline is also corrupted. According to a report, a child was sent to jail only because the government believed that due to his father's mistake, the child's bloodline was also corrupted. When people feed up with strict rules, they try to secretly escape from North Korea and they are ordered to be shot on the side. But when someone manages to escape from North Korea, they hide in China, but China sends them back to North Korea, where they face severe punishments again. Look at this report from 2023. China sent back 5,000 people to North Korea. In North Korea, people are executed for minor offenses that are considered normal in other countries. These include speaking against the government, watching anything on a mobile phone without the government approval, and even following a religion. Here, following any religion is considered a bad act, especially Islam and Christianity. Look at this report. One person was punished because he had his religious book, the Bible. The North Korean government has kept more than 5,000 Christians in jail only for following their religion, where they are tortured. The only purpose of all these strict laws and restrictions is to control people in every way, make them afraid and force them to accept the government. It is also to scare others so that no one even thinks of standing against the government and the ruling family can remain in power. But what do you say about these laws and restrictions? Do let us know in comments. And if you also want to watch more such informative videos, then subscribe to our YouTube channel. See you in another video.